All right, hey everyone, this is part 2 of our step 4 video. So we've talked about the Funfair booth setup documentation, the physical prototype, and the test data analysis. Now I want to talk about the mathematical model using a spreadsheet for the required accuracy and precision of your particular model. All right, so let's say that this is our target. All right. And really, for the grand prize winners, you want them to have a winning percentage of about 25%. This could be happening a few times during the recording, just FYI. All right, and so wanting that 25% accuracy, you're going to need to have a lot of tests. Now, we've done 10 tests, but 10 tests is not going to be enough here. All right, you're probably going to want 30, 50, even 100 tests to determine, can I get 25% of my target, of my shots into the target, into the bullseye where I want them to get, so they can win that grand prize. All right, we want to make money on this contest, but we also want to give people a chance to win. And so that 25% chance to win, 1 in 4, that's not too bad. And so here I have 32 different shots, and 25% of them are within range of this bullseye here. All right, and so now it depends on what your game is and kind of where you want your bullseye to be. That looks like some yummy water. My daughter's drinking water right now out of a straw. Hey, don't tip your cup though. All right, so what we're going to do here, you need some more water? Can I do it after I finish this video? Is that okay? Can I get you more water after the video? Hey, don't tip it. I'll get you more water after I make this video, okay? Do you want to say hi to everybody on the video? Here you go. All right, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Okay, so anyway, so it looks like I'm going to... Okay, so what we're doing here is it depends on what, what your game you're playing. Are you playing cornhole, or are you playing... Are you trying to knock over cans? Are you playing tic-tac-toe? Where are your intended targets? What are they, what are you wanting them to be able to do? All right. And so with this, all right, you're going to maybe need to create more holes, right? So I may need to, like if you're doing cornhole and let's say that this spot here is the grand prize spot. All right, you want them to hit in here, but you have these other holes that might also you might also want them to be in. So we'll do this here. We'll do this. Copy, paste. There's circle. Great. Put it over here, so it kind of mirrors. All right, and so here we go. Here we have it. And so this might be my bullseye where I want to get 25% of my targets. And maybe they get some smaller prize if they land in one of these other two. And these circles might be a little big for that, but you get the gist. So this is kind of what we're looking at, is something similar to this. And again, it just depends. Your bullseye might be right here, 0, 0. Because that's where you need them to hit to knock something over, whatever the case may be. So it's kind of up to you in your game as to where your intended targets and where the grand prize winner needs to be, and the rules and whatnot. Okay, so that's the first part. It's figuring out kind of where these circles are going to go. Where do you want your targets to be? The next part then is setting up your spreadsheet. All right, and so let's say that, when I'm hitting, I want it to hit, I don't know, let's see here, 0, 4, 1, 5, 0, 4.5, -1, 5, -1, 5.5, 4, 3, 6, 3. All right, I think that's good. Okay, and so I have these, and the target where I want them to hit is, let's see here. Go back here. I want them to hit at, looks like 0, 4. We'll make this a little bit bigger. All right, well.
Daddy, our table.
Okay, so we want them to hit, this is our target range is in here, all right? And so the center of this target looks like it's at 0, 4. So we'll say our center of our target is 0, 4. All right, so I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet. All right, I want this to be the distance from 0, 4. Now, if you guys, I don't know if you know your distance formula or not, but just a little quick math lesson here, all right? Let's say that, so this is my intended target, so these are where so if I want to find the distance from here to this little point here, so I'm going to make a straight line, going from the center to there, okay? I'm going to make a horizontal line and a vertical line. So I've made a right triangle, all right? So basically what I'm going to be using here is the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Now typically we're going off this based off 0, 0. Okay, we're not at 0, 0, are we? Now the x is at 0, but the y is not. The y we went up 4. And so it's a positive 4. And so what I'm going to do here is to account for that y, I'm going to put in a minus 4. All right, so this is kind of using your distance formula, basically. All right, and so the distance formula is, you know, your x minus 1, your b minus 1, and so my x is not, it's at 0. We don't have to go anywhere, but for the y, we do have to go up 4, so that's a minus 4. All right, so it's a minus inside your parentheses. So like with 0 here, this is really a minus 0 squared. All right, so there we have it. And so this is the formula, and then I would be taking the square root of this. There we go. I would take the square root of this to figure out my answer, because that's what would give me my C. Because if I take the square root, these cancel out. So this is what we're doing here. All right. So like I said, so if it's 0, 0, then I don't have to do anything. But since it's 0, 4, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an equal, and we want to take the square root. So square root, and again, my x is not changing at all. All right, so that's my A2 here. So I have A2 and turkey. Why do you want turkey? All right, so it's this squared, oops, squared, there we go, plus, and then my B2, all right, and so B2 here, again, I want, since we're 4 away from 0, 0, so I'm going to do minus 4, and again, quantity squared, and then I'm going to close my parentheses. So this is my formula, all right, because it's 0, 4, all right, and so this was right on it. And here's how far the rest of these are from it. So not too far, not too bad with these, okay? And so what do I do next? Now I want to make a chart. And so I'm going to highlight this because I want to do a chart. I'm going to do Insert, Chart. All right, and it's already created a scatter chart for me. It has selected what I want it to have selected. All right, and so I have this. Looks like this is pretty good. I can kind of tell what's going on here. I may want to see a little bit more. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to customize. All right, so I customize this. Let's see your chart style. I'm fine with size here. Let's look at the horizontal axis. And so the horizontal axis, instead of it going from -1 to 4, let's have it go from -5 to 5. And let's see here. And then let's set up the vertical axis, and let's have it go from, say, -1 to 6. All right, looks like we need to have it go a little bit more. Let's try 8. There we go. And so now I got a pretty decent idea. Here is 0. I know you can't see 0 on here. I guess I should probably have changed this. Let's go back to the horizontal Let's make this go from negative. Let's see if we change to -6, if that'll give me, there we go, there's my 0. Okay. And I don't even need to do -6. I should probably do like -3. Let's see if, oh, nope, there you go. I should do an even number. There we go. Okay. So now I have an idea of kind of what's going on here. All right. So I'm going to snip this. My daughter wants mama. All right, so I've snipped this. I'm going to take a picture of it, and let's put it, see if we can put it on here. There we go. Okay, so I do this circle again. All right, and I want my circle to, so this would give you an idea of how big you need your circle to be depending on how much of you, let's see, we got how many shots here? 3, 6, 8, 10. 10 shots. Oh, are you okay? So we got 10 shots and we want a quarter of them to be in there. Well, see how small we can make this. And so 3 of these 10 shots fell within, all right, fell right within here. Not too bad. And so I can make this circle even smaller. Now, if we make a bigger circle around it, all right, we make a bigger circle here, we see, to include these targets as well. All right, it's not exactly certain. You'd have to work with that. But you can see, okay, so now we have, what, 3, 6, 8, 80% of our shots falling within this circle if we have 2 bullseyes here, if we have 2 parts that we wanted to hit. So you got some options with what you want to do, all right? But that's basically the gist of what you're going to do here. And you do want to know the distance between, all right, your shots. And so you see the formula I use here, the square root. You have the, make sure you put the cell number in. So I did A2 for the first cell, B2 for the second cell. And since it was up 4 from there, I did -4. It's always going to be the opposite, okay, to kind of where the target's going to be. All right, but that's basically it. I apologize, it was a long video, much longer than what I wanted, but this is information that you needed. So hopefully this helps. You have questions, your group has questions, obviously we can talk about it more. All right, thank you. Have a good day.